Hey friends. Sorry, I'm about 5 minutes late. Brandon and I were finishing up putting in the shipping station that I'm going to show you. And so we were cutting it down to the wire before getting this done. So anyway, when you come on, tell me hi, just so I know that everything is working in Facebook land, because sometimes it doesn't want to do what I want it to. And hey, Shauna. Hi guys. Okay, so if you follow me on Instagram, I have been showing little sneak peeks here and there of this not little, because it's very large, shipping station that my husband bought me. You'll notice that my order board is behind me. I actually moved it, so it used to be behind my my computer, but when Shauna, yeah, you're you, yeah. So anyway, yeah, so this used to be behind my computer, but when I originally started, I had this little bitty baby laptop type thing, and so I could easily, get to it. While I upgraded to one of the Mac computers, and it's very large, which is great, but I couldn't reach this, so I put this on the wall. And can I tell you how great it feels to see all of these in here? It feels really good. So yes, Sarah, I am working on getting my craft room, number one, clean and organized. So yeah, this is something that we've been talking about for a long time. You can see a little, it's so smooth and it's so pretty and I love it so much. I'm all kinds of excited about this. Amanda, this is a little bit of the live sale and today's orders. Yes. And you can see some of these, this one, it has 3 cups on it. This one has 3. So some of them are 1, some of them are 3. A few of them have 2. Yes. Oh, Jessica, we can't wait to have you in the group. I'm so glad you want to join. All right. So I'm trying to figure out the best way. I think I'm going to have to hold this so I can show you what's happening. So let me, boop, sorry. Turn you around. Whoop, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Okay. So anyway, this is my order board. I made this, y'all, this cost me $13, I think. Super cheap. And then I put, I got this at Hobby Lobby, the board part, and I stained this. It's one of those raw edge ones. I stained it, and then I put the vinyl on it to hold my orders. And then, oh, I have to unplug. Hang on. Okay. Look at this. So it's a pretty basic, simple design, because I didn't want anything crazy. He was like, well, I'll do drawers and stuff. And I didn't want all that. I just wanted to be able to fit boxes, these are the things I use to ship glitter. If it's, I think 3. I think I can do 3. That's for first class mail. And then these are my bubble mailers that I use. This is the flat rate bubble mailers that I use for glitter if you buy more than 3. And then you see these little bins right here, you guys? Okay, they're so cute. So cute. But y'all, they're from Dollar Tree. They are from Dollar Tree, and they're so cute. So I actually use these, and I've always done this. And I just put my lids back in here, and so I have one for 20s and 30s, and I'm gonna get a third one to put all of my things that aren't that, my weird stuff. But they're just little cheapo. They're called the locker bins. They're super affordable, but they're decent quality, and they're only $1. You can't buy this size. I've looked. Trust me. I have looked. You cannot buy this size anywhere else, for less than $4. I have searched high and low. And so this is super huge, and it holds all of this, all of these, and I have a few back here because I ordered a ton the last time. But you could put anything up here. You can kind of see the screws and whatnot there. But yeah, is this not the best thing ever? And then he stained this. Y'all, I'm just, and it's like smooth. I could do decals over here too if I needed the space. Like you can't even feel, oh my gosh. Yes, so my husband built this. And then here are my boxes. This makes me want to fill up the rest of them. I want to order a bunch more boxes. And I had to find something to go here. But like I'll probably get a bunch more of these bins because I don't use as many of these. My group is so sweet, and they buy a lot of glitter, which is such a blessing. And so a lot of times I use these. These I get used a lot, not so much these. But I'm gonna get some more of those bins, and I'm gonna put like my my little magnets in one. Get the little business cards, stickers, all of that. Yeah. Brittany, I have access. I always order 4 of these because that's the most I can order. But I ordered way too many of those. I didn't realize I was ordering so many. And these 2 huge boxes came in, and I was like, not really sure where I'm going to put those. But yeah. And so, so I have this little space right here. I don't know if I'm going to do like, I don't know, some sort of organizational, I honestly don't know what's going to happen there. If you have ideas, you let me know. So tumbler storage is actually in a closet, but here, let me turn. So the tumbler storage is actually in a closet that we had. Don't mind the part of the room that's not painted. That is like the coat closet at the base of our stairs. That we never used for coats. It stored, crap. Sierra, I plan to show the rest of the room, once it's ready, and I'm kind of like crossing my fingers that it's going to be sometime this week. But yeah, it's not like it's bad right now. So I did want to show you guys also like the different cups I have available since the website opened today. So I'm gonna put you back up there. I promise. Packing tape hooks. That's a good idea. Like little hook things or something. Okay. Because yeah, I've got this giant packing tape thing. Because when we hung this, I was thinking that I needed all this space, and now I'm wondering if I don't. Because I also bought another one of these. I could bring it down and then do a second one on top, but maybe that, I don't know. I don't know if I need all of that. I don't know. Maybe that's too much. I don't know. Jamie, that desk is your spirit animal. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. And I'm sure Brandon is, like, he loves it, I think. But he's also kind of excited to be done with it because it took up, like, all of his shop. Bless his heart. All right, Erin. Oh, I went through my Pages app this time instead of the other way. I can't see the rest of your comment, but yes, I am slowly getting all emails taken care of. Oh, side by side. Yeah, y'all are so smart. I don't know, though, if that'll fit because there's not that much room over there. I don't know if you can see that. There's not that much room over there and not that much here. So I'm not sure how that would work. Little cubby shelf thing for tape, scissors. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, like something that can maybe like sit here where I can keep, this and like my extra rolls of tape and scissors. And what else do I use? My business cards. Oh, I also have a giant thing that'll go on the very end over here that holds my butcher paper. And, oh, Shauna just told me Erin needs help with the design. Erin, yes, I will get back to you. Hopefully I will be answering emails today. Just get a bigger whiteboard. I don't know if I can find a bigger one. But the problem is that I'm also really weird about how things look. And so, like, I liked that this is stained. So the top of my glitter table is stained. The top of my desk is stained. So the buckets, I think I know what y'all are talking about with the buckets. I'm just curious if it'll hold. what I need. I don't know. So it's almost like I get a little nervous making another one in the hopes that it would get filled up, and then maybe a crazy person and it doesn't ever fill up. I don't know. Hang on, let me show you the different cup sizes. Okay, because I have a bunch of people asking about this, and so this is actually good for you if you want to order. Also good if you are one of those people that makes tumblers and you're wondering what things you should offer. And I can kind of tell you what sells for me the most or what I think is important to keep on hand. Shauna, you're so smart. I'm going to have to talk to him about that. Because that's actually a really good idea. Because I wonder how much one board is. Like, I mean, one board I think would be around $23 for a melamine board. And if you don't know what a melamine board is, it's essentially a white dry erase board. But why did I not ever think of doing that? You're so much smarter than me. Oh, that would be a good idea for the mason jars. Oh, planner boxes. Y'all are so creative. I am creative in a lot of ways, and sometimes when like I am stuck on things, I'm not creative with that. So like, oh, Sherry, I'm so glad. Okay, so yeah. We're going to talk to Brandon. So I'm going to talk to Brandon when I get off of here. So I'm going to talk to him about getting the melamine boards. And so those are like giant whiteboards that you can get at like a home improvement store. But since this is like a legit whiteboard, but I'm not writing on it. I'm using it to stick my sticky notes. And the reason I do sticky notes is because it's easy for me to like move them around as I get tumblers done. And then let's say I finish this one. This one's for Kristen. Speaking of, I need to write something on here. So if I finish Kristen's order, sorry, that just jogged my brain. If I finish Kristen's order, I pull this off and then I set it on top of her cup. Then when I package it up and I close up the package, I set this on top of the package so that I can match up shipping labels. So far in 2.5 years, I've only messed up one time with that. So, hey, Lori. So Mona says that the Home Depot has whiteboards for $11. Okay, stay tuned because that may be alive this month or sometime in the future. Who knows when it'll happen. But I really like the idea of it being larger since I now have this huge space. It worked really well when I didn't have a very large space for it to go. So, yes. Okay. All right. So cups that I have and that I think are important if you sell tumblers to offer. Okay. Where am I going with this? So 20 ounces. And here's another thing that people ask me all the time. Do I keep things in stock? I do now. I didn't when I first started. I only purchased, like I used the Ozark tumblers from Walmart. And they're a good option if you don't want to buy a bunch at one time. Because if you order from the Stainless Depot, you are going to get free shipping. Like, I don't remember how much after 158 or 164. It's one of those. So you have to buy quite a few to get the free shipping. Regina, I sell glitter too. But right now, since I just started, I've only been doing it like, a month maybe. Since it's still very, very new, I'm only selling it to the group members as I work on building my inventory of colors and just getting the hang of shipping something that's so different. 156. Thank you, Megan. I was close. Where was I going with that? But I do want to open it to the public at some point in the future, in a few months. But shipping glitter is a little bit different than shipping tumblers. Like with tumblers, I have a little bit of time to work on them. With glitter, I want to get it out quickly. And plus, it's just different. Not bad different, just different. All right. So these are both 20-ounce tumblers. This is a regular one. this is what gets ordered the most. Of the two of these, this one gets ordered the most. I still have a ton of these hanging around, and that's fine. But these are the modern curve. I think they're really cute. They kind of look like a little baby 30 ounce, which is just adorable. But they all have this same top, which I think is huge. So this was one of my biggest complaints about the Ozark tumblers, is they don't have a sliding lid. I have 2 young kids. And my kids are not like those kids, you know, like you see them in movies and they're all sweet. And now my kids are sweet, don't get me wrong, but like gentle with all the things. My kids can be sweet and gentle and stuff, but they also can run around and like swing their toys. And my coffee cup has been knocked over a time or 12. And I need it not to spill when it gets knocked over. And so, so this is like my favorite thing. Please tell me I'm not the only one that has kids that do that. And so this is awesome. And yeah, I know you can buy the lid for the Ozark, but I don't want to have to buy something extra. But so I like these. I also like that I don't have to go to the store to get them. I know you can also buy Ozarks online, but oh, Lauren, I'm glad it's not just me that has children that do that. Okay, so these are the two 20 ounces. Modern curve, and then this is the original. This is the one that gets ordered the most of the 2 of these. All right. But then, this is my favorite cup of all time. A timer 12. Shauna, that is actually, my dad used to say that well, he still says it all the time. A timer 12. And so it's just one of those things that I picked up. So, yeah. All right, here is another 20 ounce. So these hold the same amount. Okay, this is my favorite. It's the cup I use all the time. It also has a sliding lid, which is super awesome. And these are actually like really hard to get off, which again, I like because the other one I have, it came off really easily. So if you drop it, again, the lid's going to come off. But this one's on very securely, which I love. And it comes with a straw. I don't use mine with a straw because my coffee goes in here, and I don't mix. I've talked about this before. So like if I put coffee in a cup, it's never going to be used for anything other than coffee. I don't mix them up. I don't know why I do that, but it's just one of those things I do. So yeah, so this is the skinny 20 ounce, which is my all-time favorite. And this is probably legit, seriously, the cup that gets ordered the most. Of all of my cups, it's this one. I figured this one's going to be the next one that starts getting ordered the most. Okay. So in case you want to see the size difference, let me hold them up. So this one is the 30 ounce. This one is the 20. So you can see the size difference between them. And then the 30 ounce is a little bit bigger around. But not too bad. It's still not too bad for my little bitty baby elf hands that I've got going on. Heather, yeah, Arctic, I know, that's why I actually stopped using the Arctic brand. It's because they had that black bottom on there, and I wanted to have the option of not having to cover it with glitter. But yes, you can prime over that. Here's the bottom of the skinnies. That's what they look like. Oh, this one also comes with a slidey lid. So I just made one for myself. It has not been finished yet. When it is, I will show you because I hope it looks awesome. But this one also comes with the straw. It's taller than the 20 ounce straw, so it like actually fits this cup, which is awesome. Who asked that question earlier? Was that Heather? Heather, someone just said that you can try to get it off with acetone first if you want. I don't know if that'll work, but somebody said that they can. So, all right, and then I have 2 other 30 ounces. So I keep 3 20 ounces and 3 30 ounces in stock now. The 30 ounce skinny is a totally new thing. I only ordered a few so I could just try it out to make sure I liked it. Because again, if I don't like it and I don't like using it, and because I've tried cups before and I'm like, there was a coffee mug I tried one time. I didn't like it. I didn't like the top. I couldn't actually get coffee out of it. And I don't know if you love coffee as much as I do. I need the coffee to actually come out of the lid, and it wouldn't. So, yeah. All right, so here are the 30 ounce, the regular ones. So this is the regular hog, and then this is the modern curve. This one actually now gets ordered more than that one. This is the one I like more too. I still don't use it because it's still really just too big for my hands, but I like the shape of this so much better. So much better. Oh, Heather, I'm so excited you're excited. That's great. Okay. Okay, and I'll stop saying that. Okay, next is, no, I'm not. Apparently I'm going to say okay 12 times. Is this guy. This is the kids cup that I do. I also have a little sippy cup. I don't keep those in hand because they never get ordered. Maybe I do like 3 a year. No joke. But that's about how many I did last year. And so, Shauna, if that is not the truth. So here's the reasons why I like this kids cup. As a mama of 2 who are 4 and 2.5, here's what I like. Okay. First of all, it comes with a straw, but it has that thing so they can't pull the straw out if you're doing the straw situation. I like that it's not huge. It's a little 14. This is appropriate for my hands, but it's too small. And then it screws on. If I can get it to line up correctly. There we go. It screws on. And so my kids can't get it off, which is awesome. A straw does not come with the modern curve 30 ounce. The straw only comes with the 20 ounce skinny and the 30 ounce skinny. You can get them. They're super cheap on like Amazon. And then you can rewash them, and yeah. Show the modern curve 30 next to the skinny. Yeah. Here we go. Skinny, modern curve. So it's a lot taller. And this is a little bit skinnier than this guy. But it's skinny all the way up, which I like. Oh, the kids one is 14 ounces. So it's a pretty decent size for a kid's cup to me. Anyway. Yeah, you can get the Coldy brand. You can get those at Walmart. This kind. You can get these at Walmart. Now, they're not going to be with all of the other tumblers. So that's what I think why some people get confused. They're not with all the other tumblers. They're going to be in like the little kids housewares set area where you can buy like little kids plates with little forks and little spoons, and they have like those little water bottles, the little really small ones that you could, you know, put in their lunchbox or whatever. That's where these are. And they changed the label now. I kind of hate that it's the way that it is now because it doesn't come off as well, but it has this on the other side too. I usually go over this with some acetone really good before I spray paint it if I need to have white on top. Okay. And all right, then I have this. This is the koozie. I like this. Well, I drink sodas. Probably, yeah, Emily, I do hit it with the heat gun, and it still doesn't want to come off well. I have to just keep messing with it, and it still does. Yeah, y'all, I use a heat gun. I'm sorry, I didn't say that. I do, and it still wants to give me a fit. The other one, the other way that it was packaged, I'd hit it with the heat gun for just a second, and it would come right off, no problem. This one is still like, I just have to, it's just annoying. So anyway, here is the Hog can cooler. And so I got a soda right here. And so you just pop it in there, and then this just kind of slides down. I made Brandon one of these for Christmas, and it is just the cutest thing. Just the cutest. And so I'm actually going to make me one sometime. Who knows when that'll happen. But I like these a lot too. And so this can't get painted. This is like silicone. It's It's just going to be that black. And the last one, my newest addition that I'm, besides the 30 ounce that I'm super excited about, because I've been wanting a coffee mug forever, like a legit coffee mug, and I didn't like any of the other ones. So these are the same style that the Yeti 10 ounce coffee mugs are. It's the exact same style. And then it has the sliding lid. So like, look at how big the opening is. You can actually get coffee out of here. So I guess the only downside for me, who likes her coffee, is that it doesn't hold a lot. So like, I would only use this at home. But it's really nice because it keeps your coffee hot. And so again, if you have young kids and like you don't get to drink coffee as quickly as you'd like to, which I don't, when they're here, this is perfect because it'll still keep it hot. But you just have to keep refilling it. So like my 20 ounce is double this, and that's how much, that's the minimum I drink every day. Yeah, Shauna is cool. So I like the Hog can cooler better because the Ozark one screws on, and it's stainless steel, and so I feel like it should get, you know, glittered and stuff, but it's such a pain in the you know what that I don't want to. And so I like that. It just slides right over, and it doesn't come out, and it keeps it cold for a long time. Like my drink was flat before it was hot. So I thought that was cool. How much are the koozies per case? I have no idea. Not off the top of my head, because I don't have to order them very often. So it's not I don't even know the other ones off the top of my head. A lot of them are like around 168, 174. That seems to be a very common number for her cases. And her cases vary in size, sometimes 24, 25 is about how many are in there. So typically when I'm running low, I always go ahead and buy a case. So when I run low on these skinny 30s, I'll go ahead and buy a case. When I run low on these, I'll go ahead and buy a case. So, and we'll show off this shipping station one more time before we finish up, because it's just that awesome. I'm so excited. All right, hang on. There we go. Is this not awesome? Yes, all of my tumblers are Hog brand except for the kids' little Coldie cup. She has one that's a kid's one, but I don't like it as much as the Coldie one because it doesn't screw on. And as a mama of 2, 4 and under, I like that screw on thing. Oh, I do have wine tumblers. Yes. Hang on. I can't believe I forgot that. I had grabbed it during yesterday's live, up close and personal, you guys. Hey, here it is. I had grabbed it during yesterday's live because somebody wanted to see how it went on the turner. So I'm so glad that you mentioned this. So this is what I have. This one does not have a sliding lid. But I get this one because personally, I like this shape the best. It's the most like the regular stemless wine glasses. And I like the little smaller opening right here. So this, yeah, so this is, I think, the 14 ounce wine tumbler. Heather, kids' cups start at 35. So the way I price my stuff is, Crystal, wine tumblers also start at 35 to be glittered. Oh, sorry, I'm going to put you back up here because I feel like I'm like a crazy person moving around. All right, so here's how I charge for things. And I think it's really important if you're a business owner to know your cost breakdown. So that way when you get a new cup in, you can know what you need to charge for it. So I have broken down the cost of materials, and the materials are not the expensive part. The expensive part is the fact that it takes me so long to make a cup. It takes several hours. And so I have to charge for my time. Just like when you go to a job, you get paid possibly by the hour. Some of you could be salaried, but you still get paid for your time. So that's what I get paid for. But I do factor in the cost of the cup as well as like how much material is needed. So these don't take me as long because there's not as much stuff here. And I don't use as much materials because it's a lot smaller than something like this. This takes me a little bit longer and all of that. So that's why, that's kind of how I charge, and that's why it goes up depending on price of the cup and the materials and the time that it takes to complete something. Linda, yeah, I know that they have the Coldies. Yeah, I always forget to mention that, mostly because I don't purchase from their website because I only buy Coldies as I need them. Oh, sorry. I've got like an itch on my foot. I only buy them as I need them. I don't like to keep a lot of those in stock because I don't have a lot of people that purchase those because most people don't want to spend $35 on kids cups. And that's understandable. Like I get that. So I don't buy them from them necessarily. Sierra, mine comes out to about before taxes. And y'all, if you're not paying taxes, you need to pay taxes. Before taxes, it's around $20 an hour, which is pretty basic for, it's less than I made teaching, but it's more than minimum wage. But it's around $20, and then taxes take out a good bit of it. Because when you're self-employed, you get more taken out because I don't understand why. I'm sure there's a very good reason. But yeah, if you're self-employed, you pay more in taxes. So, any other questions? And thank you for your compliments on the table. I'll be sure to pass those on to Brandon. He has worked so hard for me, and he pretty much he'll make anything for me that I ask him to. He told me I'm his best customer. Shauna, if that's not the truth, taxes make me very sad. Because I've told y'all before, like I actually have somebody that does like payroll for me. It only pays me. But I get paid once a month. That's just what I decided to do. I pay myself once a month because it's just easiest than doing like week by week. That's just a pain in the, you know what. So she takes out the taxes of my check. And so like hearing the difference in the price, if I'm like, okay, I want to make this much a month. And I was like, can you tell me what that means? Like, what's gonna come out of my bank account? And like the number is always so high, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. Taxes are more, yes, because you contribute to unemployment for sure. Yes, thank you, Liz. Okay, I knew it was something with the fact that the employer pays something to the government for something, but obviously I didn't know what it was. So Liz is saying that taxes for unemployed or for self-employed people are because we have to also contribute to the unemployment instead of when you work for someone else, they contribute to the unemployment. Oh, Bonnie, I'm so sorry. Megan, I just used a stencil. I have a tutorial available for that in the group, but yeah, it's just a stencil that I put down. I glitter and then I pull it up, and then I clean up any areas that get messed up. Shauna, it's very, like, I probably, I don't miss teaching because I'm doing this. I'm still teaching, but like, I love that I get to be home with my babies, and it's just given me a lot of freedom that I wouldn't have had with teaching, and this has totally changed my life. Just totally changed my life, and I would not change it for anything. Tiffany, I have several tattoos, but you're probably seeing this one. Oh, there we go. Jessica, 2. After 2 coats of epoxy, that's when I sand. Yeah, Suzanne, they pull all of that out for me. I had to fill out so many forms for that. And so yeah, I try not to, it's kind of hard not to know like what's getting pulled out, because I have to ask her like, okay, you know, how much will it be that actually comes out of my page, like out of my bank account versus what I see in my personal checking account. And then I have to pay her every month too. So that's around $50 a month just to pay someone to do that for me. I think it's $56. Oh, Sean, I can't see all of your comment. Jessica, yes. So 2 coats of epoxy, sand any places that you feel any bumps, clean it up with some rubbing alcohol, apply decals, and then do your 3rd coat of epoxy, and it should be done. I get asked this all the time. What if it messes up on my 3rd coat of epoxy? That's okay. Do a 4th if you need to. I try not to do more than 4 because then it gets like crazy thick, and yeah, so it's okay to add a 4th. Like, don't freak out if you get to that point. All right, Elizabeth, I can't see the rest of your comment, but I'm going to guess what you have to say. You sanded it and it looks really cloudy and there's scratches on it and all of that. That's really normal. That's totally normal because you're scratching it. That's what you're doing. When you put the next coat of epoxy on it, it's gonna clear that all up. Barbara, I don't do a whole lot with alcohol inks or micas. I do have some micas that I want to try out and kind of play around with. But glitter is my jam. It's what makes me happy. And so I try to stick with, you know, my thing. And so far I haven't like super loved alcohol inks. I did do an alcohol ink for my husband. I made him a wood grain tumbler. It was the koozie. It was really cute and I really liked it. But I guess my thing is like, just because everybody else is doing something, I used to feel like this, like, well, everybody else is doing this thing, whatever this thing was. And then I'd feel like I needed to offer it too, but I would never like doing it, which is frustrating. So I just got to the point where I only really do the things that I like, and what I like is glitter. And so I try to mostly stick with that. And I know you can put micas and epoxy and stuff. But I'm always experimenting and I have a lot of things that I want to do, but yeah. Let's see. The glitter looks dull. The glitter probably looks dull where you've sanded because of the epoxy being scuffed up. It should brighten back up as soon as you put the 3rd coat on. Oh, Tiffany, that'd be awesome. Well, I don't do Minnie Mouse, like Minnie Mouse ones. If it's an actual image of Minnie Mouse, I don't do copyrighted stuff. Janelle, you need to sand it. You need to sand it. Jennifer, I don't know. I do like plain spray painted cups for, like non-glitter cups for men. I don't really enjoy them because it's so frustrating because glitter always gets on it, even if I'm not trying to get, glitter on it. Like I'm working really hard. So that's mostly what I do for men is painted cups. But yeah, they're not super fun. So let's see. Barbara, if I mess around with it and I feel confident in like what I can do, I'll definitely teach it. But if there's a member in the group, that's already doing it and they do a really good job, I can ask them to do like a guest one. Let's see. Oh, and then what I was going to say, going back to men carrying glitter ones. My husband told me that he would carry just a plain black glitter one, like easily, and also a galaxy one if it had, because it's like space and he loves Star Wars and stuff. And so he would carry something like that. Not like a super girly one. Amanda, I just looked that up. Rosie the Riveter is copyrighted. So the person who created that work of art has had it copyrighted, and his family has continued the copyright. So no. Jessica, it just depends on like how far we're going into the inspired thing. So like if it's very specific images or things like that, that's a hard no. But if you wanted something that like felt like Minnie Mouse colors and you wanted red and white glitter, that's fine. But it doesn't have Minnie Mouse on there anywhere or things like that. Like I'm just not doing an actual image that's copyrighted, because I really love my business and it provides for my family and I want to keep it. I know, Amanda, I was so bummed when I read that too. So let's see. All right, Jeannie, when you do epoxy, if you don't cover the entire cup, you're going to be able to feel that ridge. It's self-leveling. It's not like putting another layer of Mod Podge over a small area. It's not like that. So if you're going to do another layer of epoxy, you have to do the whole thing. You can't just fill in. Crystal, I don't do fabric tumblers. I have tried it. Again, it's not my jam and I don't love it, so I just don't offer it. But there are lots of people out there who do and who do wonderful jobs. And so I'm just, I try to stick for me with things that I love doing and that I'm good at doing. And, I think it's okay that I don't do everything. And I think if you are one of those people who make stuff and you feel like you always need to catch up, do your thing, whatever that is. And so mine is just making glitter tumblers and then the occasional spray painted one. Yeah, so like red and white polka dots on a black base would not be copyrighted because it's just dots. Oh, but like the actual image would be, yeah. Yeah, Amanda, I'm pretty sure I responded to yours, or I thought I did. I'll have to go back and check because that's how I knew, because I went and looked it up from yours. I was wondering if that was who it was. I was like, that's so funny that 2 people asked me that on the same day. But yes, I think I responded, but maybe we were also getting this in and I was responding to emails. So it's quite possible I typed it out and did not hit send. So yes. So to answer your question, no, I can't do it. Diane, yes, you can totally apply another coat of epoxy, even if it's 2 months old. Oh, Shauna, you're so sweet. You are so welcome. All right, Kathy, you've got to sand it. Kathy, you're in the group, aren't you? I have a sanding tutorial in there, exactly how I do it. Now, here's the thing. And I swear anybody who tells you differently, like they have to be like a wizard or something. I don't know. I sand the mess out of my tumblers at the rim. I do multiple different grits, not like grits that you eat, but grit sandpaper to get it smooth. I feel it, and then it's smooth when I feel it, and then I go to put epoxy on there, and sometimes it still gets a little bit rough. And it's just, it is just not going to be 100,000% perfect. So, and Crystal, I think that is totally appropriate. There's going to come a time where I'm going to be like, I'm not doing it. It could be tomorrow. Who knows? Jessica, that is such a great point. If you don't love it, you'll leave it. And so I heard this quote the other day and it hit me like, oh, right in the feels. Everybody has enthusiasm. When you're starting a new venture, when you're starting a new diet, or when you're starting a new goal, or you're starting a new business, whatever, every single person has enthusiasm at the beginning. What's different is not everybody has endurance. And I was like, yes, it's hard to keep going. And so that is such a great point that Jessica's making. If you're not doing things that you love, or you're getting to the point where like you don't love it. That's why I had to take a break in December, because I was so exhausted. I didn't want to get burnt out any more than I was. And you'll leave it if you don't love it. Okay, Amanda, great. Let's see. All right, Michelle, if you're taping at any point in time, you will need to tape. So if you tape for glitter, if you're going to tape it all off, you're going to tape, do your glitter, your 1 layer of Mod Podge glitter, let that dry for about 45 minutes, another layer of Mod Podge glitter, immediately pull the tape. Let that dry for several hours, brush it off, reapply the tape a little bit below that glitter line, epoxy, and then I usually pull my tape around the 30-minute mark. It really depends on your epoxy. I pull the tape at the 30-minute mark, and you retape for every single layer. I use FX epoxy. Oh, Shauna, I'm so glad that it blessed you. That is great. Because I was worried the whole time. I was like, what if I'm doing this and like nobody needs this? Like everybody's like, yeah, my cups are great. I don't need them sanded. I was like, I don't know, but I feel like somebody would need it. So that's great. I'm glad. Yes. If your epoxy is still tacky after 24 hours, yes, you can add another layer. But if that one is still tacky, I highly suggest that you strip it and just start over. If it's tacky, here's what happened. Either you didn't mix up exact proportions, it has to be exact, or you didn't mix it all the way. Yeah. Wendy, yes, those are for real, my eyelashes. And this is with one layer of mascara on because I was in a hurry. But yes. All right, so Amber's asking, why do I do the Mod Podge versus the epoxy method? Here's another thing where everybody was doing the epoxy method, and I was like, oh, I feel like I should do it too. And I did, and here's why I don't do it, because I don't like it. That's the only way I know how to word it, is I don't like it. I feel like my glitter doesn't look the same, and I don't feel like it's quite as sparkly. And this is an opinion from me. And a reason why I do my tumblers the way I do. If you do the epoxy method and you love it, then you go on and do it. And I think that's wonderful. But people were saying that, you wouldn't have to do a second layer of glitter. I always found that I didn't get as good of a coverage as I liked. And I have tried it multiple times over the course of a year, like 6, 7, 8 times, and none of them have I liked. So, I like the Mod Podge method. I like the way it looks when it gets done. And I will probably do that for as long as I'm making tumblers. Casey, that is neither gold glitter nor paint. That is like gold leafing foil stuff. Sherry, no, mine does not have a lot of odor. I haven't used any that have a strong odor. They make them low VOC, and so they're not too bad. So, how do I apply chunky glitter? That depends on how chunky it is, what my mood is, and but honestly, still Mod Podge the majority of the time. I just prefer it. And so you just have to pat it down and like get it to do what you want it to do. All right, Amber, if it's yellowing over time, that is probably your epoxy, not the Mod Podge. Mod Podge dries clear. And see, that's one of the things I love. Okay, so she's saying that she loves the epoxy method because she kept messing up on the Mod Podge thing. That's why I love that there's so many different methods, because if it doesn't work for you, then you can try something else. Rebecca, you can send me a message about that and we can figure out what's going on. All right, so with epoxies, as far as I know, and I've done wicked amount of research on this, epoxies are either FDA compliant or not compliant at all. There is no like FDA approved. That's not the way they word it. They word it as FDA compliant for incidental food and skin contact. And so what I use is meant for counters. And so that's, your food's going to touch it. You're going to touch it. It says FDA compliant as it can get. So, all right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Hopefully we're going to glitter tomorrow. I'm hoping I can get my tumblers prepped and ready to glitter tomorrow, but who knows what the day may hold. We're still potty training. It has not been going well. So I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. It depends on my day. But I thank you guys for hanging out with me. And it's such an honor to get to just talk with you guys and for you guys to be excited that Brandon's done something so cool. And I really just enjoyed these. So I hope that you have a great night. Bonnie is countertop epoxy. It's called the FX Premium Epoxy. All right, guys, I will see you tomorrow. Bye.